get on live, and that'd be the complete opposite. Because, of course, because YouTube would be like, no, this is copyright. We don't want you to do copyright. Take your channel away, I guess. Okay. So the intro without the music. Good morning, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I've been slacking on my live. My friend forgot to really grinds my gears kind of video. My alarm phone. I've been slacking a little bit on my videos. So needless to say, I will try and restart. By the time I get home, I am just tired from work. And the only thing I want to do is be with my man. So I'll try before work. It's the holiday rush. So I'm booked and busy and booked. Anybody call and ask me to put in another dog? No more dogs. I'm not putting in. I can't fit you in anywhere. I can't even imagine me trying to fit you in anywhere. But that's how it normally is around the holiday time. So, I wouldn't expect any less. But definitely wanted to go ahead and touch base. Yeah, because this big body vehicle is just not driving at its own speed. So go ahead and cut me off. Touch base on I guess why it's not good to be a hater. Why is it not good to be a hater? Why is it very unhealthy, and why does it keep you so miserable, you know? So for starters, I have my own personal experience with the haterade, the hate train, from both sides. From my side, watching somebody else do it. But I'd say you'd think that certain people, such as myself, would grow out of such behaviors. But it's just the complete opposite when it comes to certain people. And most of the time, people do have a lot of hate in their heart, have a lot of depression, mental. Some people's mental is not all the way there. I just like to call it delusion. I just like to call it just delusion. Whenever it gets to that point, you just learn to leave people and let people be crazy. And that's what I learned. Go! That's what I learned. You see somebody who is a tad bit delusional, a tad bit unhinged, whether it's a tad bit or a lot of it, you don't even test the waters, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna end up in the same spot or the same situation, if not worse, than the person that is trying to project all of the negativity in your life. For example, I had an unhinged psychopath text my husband and tell him that he don't really know. Oh, he was not breaking in the middle of the road for no reason. That he don't know the girl that he's sorry, some bullshit. He don't know the girl that he's really marrying, and how I tried to ruin this person's military career, and I was a stripper, just a bunch of stuff. Mind you, my husband knows everything. He knows all. He knows more than anybody in my life has ever known. But for somebody to take the time out of their day, and I'm looking and I'm just like, I don't know this nigga. Who is this? Like, I don't even know who this person is. So I went and posted it. And I'm like, can somebody go and tell me who this account is? Because I can't see this account. I don't have access to it. And I don't even know who this is. So as soon as I posted, girl who I went to high school with, who knew this other person, messaged me and she was like, that's old dude. And I was like, why he looked familiar? I'm trying to talk in certain ways, or I'm not trying to say certain things. I was just like, he looked familiar, but I've never seen him in person, so I didn't know. And then other people started messaging me. One girl was just like, oh, we went on a date earlier this year. And she sent me the screenshots and the messages. And she was like, oh, this just saying how she felt about him. But the point is, the person who, the account who messaged my husband, he's living with an old friend of mine. Like, they're both roommates, pretty much. They're not dating, they're just roommates. And the old female, I ain't even gonna say friend, it's just never a friend. The old female, um, I chose not to talk to anymore. I chose to get my distance from because she was mentally unwell. And I was, in a stage of healing, and I just needed peace in my life. She was not giving me that. So, as you can imagine, somebody, a normal person would have just, oh, you need space? That's fine. I'll give you space, as my friends do. But this motherfucker here, she went back on her hell-bent rant of trying to inconvenience my life in many different ways. I don't even know where to begin. Insurance quotes, spam call, like it's just been unhinged. And I haven't really talked about it much because you can't feed into the toxicity, you can't feed into the delusion. But one thing that I noticed is that it's one of the people to where no matter if you ignore them or feed into it, they're still going to do what they're going to do. So that's like I told my family, because everybody in my family was like, I told you a long time ago something was wrong with this girl. They was like, you shouldn't have even placed yourself back around her. We've been knowing something was mentally unwell with her since you met her in high school. And I'm like, I know, but people like that I feel bad for, so that's why I would end up placing myself around them. And I told them, I said, if anything happened to me, it was that bitch. The same people that'll be like, oh, other people are this and that. It's them delusion like that act like they're not doing anything wrong. That's what really grinds my ears. That's what really gets me. So I would like see it. I mean, I'm not even gonna call it her. I would see it watching, my stories or TikTok pages or whatever, Snapchat, immediately blocked because I'm not playing that. You're not. I'm not playing that. I don't have the energy to play that. I am a mother first. I am not about to play games with a child, somebody who's still acting like a child, because I wanted my space and peace, and it was not giving me that. So, as soon as I get engaged, about to be married, I think it was a day before my wedding or 2 days before my wedding or something. And she did no damage. My husband wanted to go off on her stupid ass, but it's just crazy because it's like, imagine somebody that you once knew, and every time you want space, you can't even have that space because they want access to you. You're not getting it. Not over here. So what I have learned is just to not feed into the toxicity. Like, I don't. once I get started, I can't stop. I don't know how to stop. I just keep going. So that's why I don't do it, because I would do exactly what it is doing. So having to block out the negativity from a life that you're trying to build, a happy one at that, is necessary. If you are even thinking about cutting somebody off that you feel like, oh, I just don't feel like this person benefits me, no type of way at this point, cut that shit off. Don't even bother to second guess it, because it's just gonna tear you up in the long run. And what I mean tear you up, it's just gonna tear you down. Literally. There's gonna be no if, ands, or buts. So, and I remember the first few times, trying to cut this person off, I felt bad. They would leave voicemails, blow up my phone. I'd be like, oh, this person's having such a terrible life and it's so miserable, and maybe if I could be that one friend to help. No, because at the end of the day, I just look dumb, and then I feel even dumber for allowing that type of energy in my space, for allowing the stupidity, as my husband says, stupidity. I love that word. And it makes absolutely no sense. All right, y'all gonna have to let me over. I gotta get over. Let me over. Let me over. Let me over. Yeah, people they just they just don't wanna get over it. Instead, they want to hold on to, I'm about to get over. They just want to hold on to a past that they will no longer have access to. Like, it got to a point to where I had to show my managers and let them know, like, hey, if you see this face walking, you need to turn them around. You need to, because she ain't here to buy shit. And they agreed, because they know, once you spend so much time at work, you start to, get on a certain level with your managers. So they know everything. They know everything. And they was just like, that's extremely unhealthy. And I had to tell them everything. Because if you're over here trying to sabotage my marriage, then you're gonna go for my job. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And all it's gonna do one day is just gonna lead to another, either restraining, harassment, whatever you want to call it, stuff that I've been trying to avoid, because it just gives Lifetime movie vibes. It just gives leave me alone. That's what it gives. Yeah, wait for me. Shoot. It gives you won't leave me alone. So, and at a point in time, I became so numb to it. I like to think of me being, what do you call that, stalked and harassed or whatever. I used to be like, oh, I got fans. This is cool. It's not. It never was cool. It was never cool to begin with. And it's not cool now. So with that being said, where's all those cars? You live and you learn. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's unhinged. It is unhealthy. Like, already knowing the person in general was unhealthy, just constantly trying to create um, just competition, just constantly trying to just do extra shit, man, that is unnecessary. It just don't make any sense. And that's where you have to learn to let stupidity be where stupidity is. So, growth is a crazy thing. I don't know where I would be without it. I know, I know where I would be without growth. I would be in jail. I'd be in jail. So serious. I want to be in jail, but I would most definitely be in jail. So I am grateful for the growth that I've come up off of. Um, I have a raging crick in my neck, so I'm honestly trying not to hurt myself today. Cause this shit hurt. Oh, it hurt. It hurt to turn. So the point is, if there's somebody toxic that you need to get from around them, and do not feed into any type of energy. The, let that person obsess and talk down on and hate about everything that you have, everything that you're gaining, everything that you ever wanted. Just let them. Don't feed into it. Don't pay attention to it. Don't. Jesus Christ, just don't. It's not worth the energy and it's not worth the time. All right. Oh, not open. Y'all too early. We're not open as soon as 9 o'clock hits. My appointments are gonna be right there. And will I ever get classic lashes again? Not from this place. My lashes look boneless. They look boneless. I did one class. I want a natural. I can't even see anything. Okay, I gotta get some music therapy in because if not, I'm not gonna have a clear head when I walk through the doors. So, food for thought. Just keep going, keep pushing. Don't let anybody hold you down from whatever you're trying to accomplish, from whatever you're trying to do, and stay away from the stupidity. Always strive to be the person that you want everybody else around you to be. That's it. That's all I gotta say.